We first meet Kyoko Hori. She's a really popular girl at her school. Everyone wants to be her friend and all the boys want to date her. What they do not know is that Kyoko has a pretty ordinary life at home. She dresses in baggy clothes and does the chores all day long. Our second romantic lead is Izumi Miyamura. He is the class loner. He doesn't talk to many people and most of the time he sits in silence. So basically every anime fan. One day, by accident, Izumi spots Kyoko with her brother after school. He notices how different she looks from her everyday life in school. Hori also discovers Izumi's secret. He actually has a lot of piercings and tattoos. Hori and Miyamura make a deal to keep each other's secret in school so that nobody in class makes fun of them. Miyamura and Kyoko spend more time together. Miyamura helps out Kyoko Hori around the house. One day, she needs some eggs, so he offers to help. On his way to the store, he meets with Yoshikawa. This is the first time that someone other than Kyoko has seen his piercings and tattoos. The following days, Miyamura gets closer to Toru Ishikawa, and they become fast friends. It seems that hanging out with Kyoko has helped Miyamura come out of his shell. Toru admits that he has feelings for Hori, and wants to confess to her. Miyamura does not want to get involved, so he starts to avoid Hori. This makes her angry, and at some point she confronts him about this. Hori and Miyamura continue their friendship after she admits that she rejected Ishikawa. Hori spends some time at home with her mother. Hori realises that she still has no idea what Miyamura's first name is. Wow, great friends these two are. Hori is now determined to find out his first name, but does not want to embarrass herself. She tries several plans to learn his name, but it fails every time. Finally, Miyamura just reveals his first name. During school, Hori gets into trouble with the student council. She was in charge of paperwork and it seems that a budget report has been lost. Miyamura decides to help Hori, so he proves that she is innocent. He finds out that a member of the student council called Remi was actually the one who lost the report. Hori now gets an apology from the student council. Some time passes and the students begin their third year in school. Miyamura and Hori grow even closer. They are now really good friends. Miyamura even buys her a CD for her birthday. We now see Miyamura remember his past. It seems that our boy Miyamura has not had an easy time at school. In the past, he was always alone in school. He did not fit in anywhere. In the present, he now has a class project and has to work with Hori, Ishikawa and Yoshikawa. Miyamura is still not used to the fact that he actually has real friends. Miyamura talks with Ishikawa about this and Ishikawa confirms that they are true friends. The following day, Remi starts to make fun of Hori and even suggests that she might want to date Miyamura. Hori gets really upset by this, which is such a hilarious self-report. After school, Hori almost admits her feelings for Miyamura. Now, more drama follows. Ishikawa still has feelings for Hori, and he wants to find out if Hori is actually in love with Miyamura. Miyamura denies this because of course he will, and tries to calm down Ishikawa. This does not work, and the two get into a short fight. Later, they both apologise and try to mend their friendship. This is getting spicy really fast. The summer arrives and our group spends some time having fun. We learn that Sakura has fallen in love with Ishikawa, but she hides her feelings like a pro. Hori buys some ice cream and gives it to Miyamura. Ishikawa is still a bit worried about Miyamura and Hori. Dude, it's time to move on. It ain't happening for you. After class is over, Hori learns more about Miyamura. It seems that he only gets loud and aggressive around his childhood friend Shindo. It seems that Miyamura did in fact have one friend. Hori and Miyamura meet up with Shindo. The following day, Hori gets really sick, and Miyamura decides to help her out. Miyamura finds out that Hori is actually really lonely. Finally, while helping her back to health, Miyamura admits that he likes her. Miyamura is spotted with another girl. Sota sees this and tells all the girls, including Hori. It's revealed that the girl with Miyamura was Chika, Shindo's girlfriend. Of course, this leads to numerous misunderstandings. Hori is now furious at Miyamura and starts to avoid him. Their conflict culminates when Hori throws a book at Miyamura out of her anger. Finally, Miyamura explains everything and visits Hori in her home. They both apologise and try to move forward. This is where we are introduced to the weirdest character in the story. Hori's father, Kyosuke. This dude is like if Kakashi from Naruto was the biggest bum ever. He wins the award for worst father ever. Kyosuke starts to annoy both Hori and Miyamura. The night isn't a total fail, as Miyamura and Hori finally decide to officially date. When Ishikawa learns this, he is a bit depressed, but still remains friends with Miyamura. In the meantime, Sakura tries to get some advice from Remi about her crush on Ishikawa. Remi motivates Sakura to show herself off and be more confident. Miyamura spends a night at Hori's house. Everyone at school finds out about their relationship, and they are now the main stars of every gossip. Miyamura does not want to embarrass Hori, so he changes his style. He gets a haircut and doesn't wear glasses anymore. Bro just fixed his eyesight because of his girl. After class ends, Miyamura and Hori finally have their first kiss. Miyamura is also now pretty popular with the ladies as he is now very attractive. Honoka Sawada is a first-year student and decides to harass Miyamura because he is dating Hori. Later, Miyamura finds out that Sawada lost her brother a year prior. He decides to help her and the two become friends. Ishikawa and Sakura spend more time together. Ishikawa even gives her his jersey to help with the stain. Sakura prepares cookies for him in return. Yuki is jealous of this and also tries to learn how to bake. Meanwhile, Miyamura has to travel for a funeral. He will be gone for 5 days. Those 5 days are very difficult for Hori, as she cannot wait for him to get back. Finally, Miyamura gets back and Hori is really happy. It's like Miyamura was gone for years. Hori and Miyamura watch a movie and Hori tries to pretend like she's scared. Miyamura tells her that she should be herself with him at all times. Later in the night, the two sleep together for the first time. Miyamura dreams about meeting his younger self in the past. His younger self is really depressed, but grown-up Miyamura assures him that his life will get better soon. Miyamura and Hori continue exploring their relationship. It seems that Hori likes to be dominated by Miyamura. Hori wants Miyamura to yell or even hit her. Oh, this girl is wild. Miyamura finds it a bit awkward, but still does it. In the meantime, we're introduced to Akane Yanagi, a student from a totally different class. Yanagi confesses his feelings towards Yoshikawa, but it does not go over so well. Yoshikawa rejects Yanagi. Still, Yanagi is nice enough, and he becomes part of the group. Tanihara is a school bully who used to harass Miyamura all the time. In the present, Miyamura meets with him and things go really bad. Hori has to step in and beat up Tanihara and his friends. Hori is a badass. Also, she still wants Miyamura to be rough with her, as that makes her horny. Miyamura meets Mizuchi, and they become friends. Miyamura went from having 0 friends to gathering them like Pokemon. Soon, Tanihara remembers the past and feels bad about bullying Miyamura. He decides to make amends and visits Miyamura to apologise. Miyamura is happy that he has managed to repair their relationship. Miyamura now has a lot of friends, and Hori is a bit jealous. Sakura, on the other hand, is depressed as she learns about Yuki and Ishikawa may be dating. Also, after she confessed her feelings for Ishikawa, he did not give her any answer. Yuki has no idea how to deal with her emotions for Ishikawa. Yuki and Ishikawa spend some time together and talk about Sakura and their interests. Ishikawa cheers up Yuki as they talk about snow. Sakura is sad that she has basically been rejected, so Sengoku helps her deal with that heartbreak. The group gets closer with Iora, and they learn about him having a sister. Yanagi is also part of the group, and they try to welcome him. Miyamura and Yanagi get along very well. Sawada also spends more time with the boys of the group, and starts to feel more at ease. Still, she finds Iora really loud and annoying. Iora gets really sick, but he decides to still help out Sawada with her problem. Later, Sawada thinks that maybe he hates her, but Iora starts to act totally normal when he gets better. We spent some time with Iora and his sister Motoko. It seems that Motoko has some troubles getting into the high school she wants. Iora is a really good big brother, so he offers her some advice and motivation. Iora asks Hori to tutor Motoko. Miyamura is busy at work, so he is not able to make Hori's Christmas dinner. Kyosuke is especially disappointed by this. This dude is so weird. Toru tries to explain his feelings for Yuki, and he confides in Iora and Sengoku. Later in the day, Toru and Yuki spend time alone, and they are both really nervous about it. While that's happening, we see that Hori is worried about the future. She does not know what will happen with the group after high school. Christmas Day finally arrives, and all the students celebrate with their families. Miyamura manages to get off work for a bit to visit Hori and her family. Hori and Miyamura talk about the future. Hori admits that she wants to stay with him forever. Miyamura comes up with the idea of them getting married in the future. Guys, you are literally finishing high school. Maybe chill out with marriage? The school year is about to end, and the students are all saying goodbye to each other. Remi really wanted to organise a trip with all her friends. She is afraid that they will all leave their separate ways. Everyone promises to stay friends forever. Miyamura starts to think about his past and present. He imagines how horrible his life would have been if he had not met Hori. The graduation ceremony arrives, and Miyamura kind of ruins Sengoku's speech because of his sneezing. Miyamura once more remembers his past and promises to accept himself more and move forward. Yanagi and Yuki try to plan a group trip for everyone. Motoko also notices that her brother Iora acts very differently with his friends than when he is at home. The story ends with Miyamura and Hori walking back home. Both of them are really happy and grateful. Miyamura thinks about everything that's happened and how he just wants to spend his time making Hori happy.